Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to a new week here on the Cabral Concept. Glad to have you as always. Excited to get into a brand new Motivation and Mindset Monday, where today I want to go over the topic of why are so many people unhappy in life? So I want to take this from the standpoint, and because this is a Motivation and Mindset Monday and not necessarily a Total Wellness Tuesday, are really looking at the overall health of an individual. So I'm not talking about mental health-based disorders, neurotransmitter-based disorders, anything like that. What I'm talking about is a general unhappiness in life that goes well beyond any type of biochemical-based issues. What I'm talking about is people not feeling the energy or ambition or zest for life or vitality that they should have. They don't feel motivated when they're waking up in the morning. They're just kind of asking why or what for, and they're just not generally interested in life. They feel overall not very happy. So why does this seem to be such a big predicament and issue that people are in, and not just over the past 12 months or 15 months or 16 months with the pandemic, but really in life in general? Like when they get to a certain age, it seems like they're lost. They're lost to as if this is everything that there is in life. Is there anything more? Is this what life now is all about? So what I want to do is I want to really try to answer those questions today. Is like, what is the reason why so many people are unhappy? And then also, of course, what we can do about it. I want to give you two main ways today that you can become so much more happier literally overnight by looking at it in these two different perspectives. So when I look at the reason as to why so many people are unhappy or have that frame of thought and frame of mind is because it's a frame of mind. Now, I know what you're thinking is like, oh, I can just snap my fingers and be happy. Well, I'm not necessarily saying that, but I want to give you at least something to think about. And that's this line specifically, is that when you are unhappy, or just in general, when a person is generally unhappy, it's because there is a disconnect, oftentimes a disconnect between where your life is at right now, because we know that happiness can be moment to moment. So where your life is right now as to where you expected it to be. So let me repeat that again. Unhappiness can be because there's a difference right now in expectation versus reality. So for those people that maybe thought they would have already found that perfect person, or that they would be in a perfect relationship, or in terms of their career, they would already be much further along in their career, or making much more money, or saving much more money, or have that dream home or dream car, right? Whatever it might be. Or in terms of their spirituality and enlightenment, they feel like they already should have been there already. In terms of their health, they already feel like they should have been well. Or in terms of losing the weight and getting their ideal healthy body, that they already should have lost the weight, taken it off, that the road should have been easier, that they should have made it by now. So remember, whenever you believe that that goal way out there that you had, that you believe you already should have achieved it, you're not going to be very happy. It's because you view your life, It's because you view your life as disappointing, as not as great as it should be, as that it's somehow less than what you envision it to be. And whenever you have these particular thoughts or feelings, it's not that they're not valid, they are valid. It's actually not necessarily a bad thing. It's because you have higher standards for yourself. You want more for yourself. You want to go bigger in life. And that honestly is a great thing. The problem is, until you reach that thing, you're choosing not to be happy. And I'll tell you this, that those people who set big goals and have big visions for their life, they find themselves always chasing the next thing. And I've been there myself, there's no doubt about it. I fall into this mindset until I realize what's going on and I pull myself back. And that's what I want to share with you today. Because dreamers dream, right? And people that are ambitious and go for it in life, they're always setting that next goal. So what we need to do is somehow, and I'm going to teach you that today, somehow figure out how to be happy today while working towards what we ultimately want in our life. And it can be goals in all of those areas that I just spoke about. But I want to make sure that you don't spend your life simply chasing the goals and not enjoying the right here and right now. Because in a way, it is a choice of being happy or unhappy. Again, putting aside any types of biochemical-based, mental health-based disorders, and we'll save that for another show, and I have talked about that, and it is a very serious topic. But what I want to talk about today is just expecting a different outcome and not being there yet, and it's leading to your unhappiness. So there's two things we can do about that. The first one, I'm going to give you the first one right now. It's we need to begin to reframe the present moment. So it's not that you abandon your goals and you're just happy with what you have right now. It's not just about that. It's allowing yourself to feel all the feelings, still want those specific goals, still want to achieve the advancement in your career, whatever that might be, or find that perfect person in your life. Work on current relationships, improve your finances, get that dream home, work on your health, work on your body, work on your spirituality, enlightenment, all of those things. Absolutely. Don't forget, like you can work on those. However, we don't always know the timeline as to when that's going to come true. And when it does come true, think of it this way. Every time you've achieved a goal, any goal in your life, have you set a new one? Have you dreamed about something bigger after that? Of course you have. It's part of being human. It's you achieve one thing, that becomes normal, right? That's your new normal. And then what do you want? Well, you want the next level, right? And that's not abnormal by any shape or form or means, but it also means that well, if you're always going to be a goal-setting and a goal-achieving human, then what we want you to do is somehow learn to be content in the moment while knowing that in the future you're going to be achieving those goals. And we'll talk about how to work towards those. So the first is simply a reframing of where you're currently at in life. And the biggest one is this, and I always love going back to this, is let's assess the situation that you're honestly at right now. Think about it from an outside perspective, third-party perspective, third-person perspective. If someone were to look at your life from the outside, average person, or not even the average person, what would they think? You know, how did you grow up? We'll get into past all of those specific things. What jobs have you had? What has led you to where you are today? Because it's not just your present moment. It's looking at how far you've come. Maybe you didn't have the best childhood. Maybe you didn't have the best relationships. Maybe you didn't have the best opportunities in life. And look where you are today, right? I mean, you've already come so far. So there's two parts to it, is understanding your own personal journey, understanding how far you've come to get to where you are today. I know there's more to go, but look how far you've come today. And then also, in your present moment in time, I'm guaranteeing you there are many people out there, millions upon potentially billions of people, and I'm sure there's billions of people because I've traveled all over the world, who would love to be in your position. So as I've talked about on a previous podcast, things could always be 10 times worse. And I know we want more. We know our expectations are higher. However, we need to put things in perspective. Overall, not on every case, but overall, things are probably pretty good right now. Like in just an overall perspective. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is that if we reframe to that, we all have our stressed out moments. I have them myself. But if we reframe for a moment and we understand in the grand scheme of things, life is pretty great. You have your trying moments. There can be deaths in the family. There can be breakups. There can be job losses. There can be weight gain. There can be poor health. All of these things can happen, right? But it's my opinion that not just the moment, but the overall trajectory of your life has probably been pretty good. And if it's not, well, there's good news for that, because we can begin to understand what we do have. This is very important, very, very important in life. To understand what we do have going for us, give gratitude for that while now working on the second step, the second piece, which is beginning to move from a place of gratitude of what you currently have to being open to receiving more in this world. Okay, a lot of what you receive in life is honestly by the thoughts that you have, the feelings that you feel that allow you to take certain actions, good or bad. If we begin to have better thoughts, better feelings, we take better actions. But action is a big part of this. But sometimes you are, for unknown reasons to us, allowed to receive something into your life that you may have worked for it, you may have put in the time, or maybe you at least position yourself to be in the right place at the right time, giving yourself the opportunity to succeed. So what I'm saying to you is this, we've all had this happen to us, is that you need to continue to move forward towards your goals. The first step is reframing that life's pretty good. Overall, life's pretty good. Second step, don't forget you can continue to move forward towards your life. So let's say right now life isn't so good, right? This moment, the last few weeks, the last few months, listen, I know over the pandemic, not so great. But here's the nice thing. We can begin to write that next chapter at any moment. It's we decide in this moment, listen, I am going for it. Yeah, I haven't moved forward in the past year or so, but today, this week, I am going to go for it. I'm going to start the new health and fitness routine. I'm going to start the new wellness-based protocol. I'm going to go out there and find that right person for me. I'm going to maybe even do open house tours and start to look at the homes that is your future home in the future. Test drive that future car that you've been looking to have. Work on new career advancement. Taking an online course, certification, going back to school, beginning to meet with new spiritual-based thinkers, anything that's going to then allow you to really get in the mindset that, okay, we're going for it. We're taking that next step. But you need to tell your mind and tell your body that you're ready for the next step. So you need to actually take a different action from what you've been doing today. So if you've been doing the same things as, the famous quote goes like this, right? If you continue to do the same things day in and day out, and you expect a different result, well, you've got something else coming to you. That's the big thing, is like, you can't keep doing the same things and expect a different result, right? So what we want to understand is this, is that you've done a lot and it's gotten you to do exactly where you are right now. But you need to tweak things just a bit. Not a lot, not a ton typically, but you need to take one new definitive action that you believe is strong enough to propel you just to the next action, to the next right thing that you should be doing. A lot of times we think we need to figure out what it is the thing, right? It's the thing that's going to make this happen. No, it's going to be the thing that allows for the next thing to happen. And then the next thing allows the next thing to happen. That's why we don't always know how we're going to get to our goals, because we can't see the plan that the universe or God has for us. We're not able to see that. But again, where would the mystery be if we were able to see the whole outline? We wouldn't, right? So what we need to do is this, get to the next step. When we get to the next step, then the plan begins to unfold further for us. But we have to get to that next step, which means we need to take a new action. We need to become reinvigorated. Now, how do we become reinvigorated? We give gratitude for what we already have. We realize how far we've come, and we begin to take perspective into our life that honestly things could be a whole lot worse, and we really are in not that bad of a position. So it allows us then to say, okay, clean state, clean slate, new mindset, I'm moving forward. I am going to go after whatever those goals are. Now, is there a disconnect with unhappiness? No. You're reinvigorated. You're saying, life's good now. Life is good now, but it could be even better. Great, I'm going to go for the even better. But now you're not coming from the perspective that I thought life would be different. No, you're not thinking life would be different, because you're realizing that you've come a long way. Overall, your life is pretty good. Bad moments in time, there's no doubt about that. We all have them. But now what's the next thing? Now you're reinvigorated to go after those goals again. You're happy with where you are right now. You're reinvigorated to go after those new goals. So my goal for you is to write down what's that one thing that you want to go after over these next 6 weeks, 12 weeks in time, that you can take that next big step forward that's going to allow that plan to begin to unfold for you. Hopefully today's Motivation and Mindset Monday was helpful. Of course, if it was, I would love you to share this information with anyone else you believe it could serve. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. You know, it means the world to me. I truly appreciate your support. And that is why I want to make sure that you are joining me and thousands of other people like you June 21st. We're kicking off our functional medicine summer detox in style together. We'll be with you every step of the way to support you, and I will be doing this myself. This is truly one of the highlights of our year, being able to go through our quarterly functional medicine detoxes as a community. Always so many people participate, and there'll be thousands of other people just like you looking to take their health to the next level, maybe lose some of that stubborn body fat, and also live longer, stronger. So to have you join our great functional medicine detox, we would love to give you our best offer to date, which is buying 3 functional medicine detox or a 21-day detox, same thing, and getting 1 free. This is literally a $100 value. Now, it would be amazing for you to get 2 or 3 of your friends together, family members, and have you all join together. And if you do that and you split the cost, it's just $65 per person. I mean, that is for all of your food for 2 days, which are your 4 shakes each day, all of your breakfast for the rest of the time, and a mid-afternoon snack. It would literally cost more to actually eat foods on those days. So this is all that to say is there is no reason why you wouldn't want to join this amazing global functional medicine detox. The results speak for themselves. It's literally guaranteed to work for you, and I would love to have you with the community. If you've never heard about a functional medicine detox and all of the different benefits, you can tune in to that detox at equi.life. That's equi.life/detox. All the details will be there. And again, it's $100 savings right now. So whether you save this detox, the free one for yourself for the future, or you want to give it to a family member to have them join in with you because you've already experienced the results, that choice is yours. While supplies last, jump on in at equi.life. Take care, everyone. Always let us know if you have any questions.